Shalom, 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 and greetings, and welcome back to another episode here at Israelite Talk TV, one of the number one platforms where what? That's right, where you don't get no paid media. So yeah, YouTube family, y'all see the title. That's right. We taking things right back down into Houston, and we got to talk about the death of Pimp C, this sex tape, which had some people that was on it, which we're going to talk about today, and it's believed that this is one of the reasons why Pimp C lost his life. I was actually have been doing some investigating work on the death of Pimp C, and there's a lot of new details that's coming out, and is now being reported that the man was actually murdered. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on with that. We're going to put eyes on it, but family, we got to talk about what happened, right? So I've been off the air for about a week now. They had me in YouTube jail, right? And basically what they did is, and I want you guys to see this to really understand how these people are hating on my channel, man. Like, I'm keeping it a sleeve with y'all right now. Okay. So what they did is, and I'm gonna show y'all, I did a video on the sister down in Alabama, right? Speaking about how how they did that girl dirty and wooty wooty woo. So they hit the channel, right? And I'm gonna just show y'all this so y'all just understand that I ain't just capping on it. I'm keeping it asleep with y'all. So they hit the channel and they was like, it was graphic and da 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 da. And you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, YouTube has rules that saying that you can speak about and show violent stuff on your YouTube channel, but it's all about the context that's going along with it. Okay. Which I believe the context that went along with it was in perfectly in alignment with what YouTube rules was. So look, they checked the video. They manually checked the video. This is on the 7th and said, okay, it's gonna remain limited. It is, violence, woo, woo, woo. 2 days later, they hit the channel and they like, you got a copyright on you. I'm like, y'all just check this same video. So what is it? Y'all don't know what y'all rules is at YouTube? You got one person that viewed it and said that it was cool in regards to the video running and being limited, no strike, no nothing. And then shit, 2 days later, they shut me down. So what it is they know, like, when you start to get steam and this is how they try to slow you down. I mean, it don't even make any sense, family. And we gonna put eyes on this so y'all understand what I'm saying. It's not no cap. You know what I mean? Now check this out. Let me get this added right here. I'm like, man, these people off the chain. Let me see. Boom. Okay, let's go here. Now, check this out, family. Check this out right here. Check this out right here. Okay, check this out. Matter of fact, let's blow this up right here. Now, check this out, fam. Now, look. So, let me see. What is this right here? Let me see. So look, family, look right here, right? So here was the actual thing right here. So on the 7th, if y'all see right there, they listen, after manually reviewing your video, we've confirmed it isn't suitable for all advertisers. You know what I'm saying? And will continue to run with limited or no ads, right? Then look, okay, this is all on the look. This is all on the 7th, right? Okay, because I appealed it and everything, right? After manually reviewing your video, we confirm it isn't suitable for all advertisers. As a result, it will continue to run limited no ads, right? This is what they said. Then they pop up with this right here, right? Then they come back. We've reviewed the following appeal, you know what I'm saying? And they took the video down. This is like 2 days later. So which one is it? Like, you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, fam, this is what I filed on them, right? And this is what I added all of the, the screenshots of the stuff that they sent out showing that they reviewed the video and said that, it was violence, but they didn't say that it broke any rules, anything like that. So this is what I submitted to them. I still haven't heard anything back from them on that. Okay. So I just have to show you guys, what's going on over here is like Talk TV. Now, so all of that, I'm still waiting to hear back on that. But remember, I told y'all I got some breaking news on y'all, right? Now, let me tell you this, right? You got these people down in Memphis, right? And shout out to Memphis. I'm not speaking about the real ones. Y'all know who y'all is, right? But we got to talk about the people that's paid media, right? They try to come over here because they know that I'm walking this shit down over here, right? And I'm keeping it a sleeve, right? Now let me explain something to you, right? If these guys that y'all listening, that's feeding y'all these narratives on the Young Dolph case, if these people are really stepping on this stuff and got the sauce, like people will have us to believe, why ain't the Memphis news and all that stuff coming for them like they coming for me? Okay, what you talking about, Big Light? This is what I'm talking about. Now check this out. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Let me see something real quick. See something real quick here. I thought I. Oh, what is this right here? Okay, look. So, family, check this out, right? Peep this out right here. So, look, check this out, right? The Tribune came back and hit my channel on the video that I did on the Young Dolph, the trial update, breaking down how the fix was in, right? So look, they hit the channel, right? But now let me get to you guys the actual call it. And we're gonna get into the sex tape here in a minute. Just give me 1 second. I gotta break this stuff down so you guys understand what's going on, right? Uh let me see. I thought I screenshot it. Oh, I did right here. Let's go boom. And then let's go boom. All right. So, family, check this out right here. So, hey, man, these people off the chain, man. They off the chain. They are off the chain with their stuff, right? Okay. So, look, so peep the game, right? Let me blow this up. So, you see this right here? It says, "Hi Israelite Talk TV. Good news. After reviewing your dispute, the Tribune has decided to release their copyright claim on your YouTube video." Right. So what they did is, just so you guys can understand, and these are the points right here in which they hit the video. Now, remember when I told y'all, right? Okay, let's go back here. Remember when I told you guys that where he had the news clip in which the judge granted the outside jury and the pled guilty part. You see those timestamps on there? Those are the timestamps exposing the corruption and the cover up in the Young Dolph case. So if all these people are saying that they stepping on this Young Dolph stuff, why ain't the Tribute hitting their channels? Like they coming for big light. But what people don't understand is that we LLC'd over here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just some hole in the wall. We LLC'd over here. You know what I'm saying? So they understand these things. The other thing that you guys got to understand is that under the Fair Use Act, you have the right to use material in regards to speaking on different things, whether it's educational things like that. So there's rules to this stuff. Don't just, if somebody hits your channel, like, man, make them come on with it. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people don't like to, you know what I'm saying, because whatever their identity and shit is. But I'm on YouTube. Like, y'all see my face. I'm not hiding behind those screens. Y'all, they see me on here. They see me in traffic. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't let this stuff get to me where it's like, you know what I mean? But no one understand when they hit the channels, we report on the news, the Israelite news that's here in this country that's going on, regardless of what it is, we report on it. Okay. And we're gonna challenge that stuff every time they come and they try to get down on us. We ain't ducking no wreck. Just like they have business, we have business over here too. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. They coming for me on this Young Dolph stuff because I told y'all what it is. They try to lie and say Hernandez Govan was locked up. I broke down how the judge exposed that Hernandez Govan was a snitch. I broke it down. This is why they want that removed up out of there. But just like they public domain and they getting stuff, we reporting on it, and it is what it is. And you saw what they said when I responded back to they tell. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going for none of that over here, right? And this is just what it is. So I had to update you guys on what's going on here on Israelite Talk TV. They're coming. You know what I'm saying? And these people that come out and try to refute what I'm saying is showing you that it's just this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So now let's get into this thing, right? So what I want to do is the first thing that I want to do is skip back over here. Okay. Skip back over here. And let me see if this is ready to go yet. Mm, let's do this. Mm, okay. Boom. Let me see if I can get, let me see what's going on with this right here. Let's see here. What happened with this? What happened? Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm just waiting on this stuff to load up real quick. For some reason, it did not. Let's see. Mm. Oh man. Let's see here. Why is this doing this? Hey, sometimes see, and that's what I don't need right there. Let me see here. Let me see if I can send this again, man. Let me see if I can send this again. For some reason, this the hell. But yeah, family. Just so you guys, and I'm waiting on this clip to upload once again. For some reason, it didn't upload. So let's just do this. Boom. And let's try this again. Let's try that again. But anyway, family. So anyway, like I was explaining to you guys, and I'm gonna tell you why this upload. So anyway, what I've been doing is I've been following this Pimp C case, right? There's a lot of information that's coming out on this Pimp C case and his death. Okay, and we now know that this is pretty much was an industry hit on Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? You have the LA the coroner's office and all of these people involved, you know what I'm saying, in the and what's going on with the death of Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? And we, like I said, we're not gonna get all the way in that today, but we're gonna talk about that probably later on this week or next week, just depending, because I got some other stuff laid out that we do have to talk about. But but they lied and said that Pimp C OD'd and all of this other stuff. But it's now coming out that the man did not OD, that he was actually poisoned and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that's behind the scenes involved with what's going on with what I'm saying, this Pimp C stuff. So it's just family. We gotta talk about it, man. And we gonna talk about it. And it's just, what I'm saying, it's just what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So let me see here. All right, let me see what's going on here. Okay, let's go. Boom. Okay, so let's do this right here. Let me get this tab shared and sent. Right now, this clip that we're going to take, right, is a clip that comes from Real Life Productions. Right, is what we're going to be listening to, and it's a video they did a few weeks with Pimp and Ken. Now, Pimp and Ken has saw this sex tape, and we were going to listen to what he said on the sex tape, because there's confusion where people believe that it's actually Pimp C that's on this tape. But Pimp C is not on the tape. Pimp C is the one recording the two individuals that's getting down on this tape, right? So we're going to listen to a little bit of what Pimp and Ken has to say in regards to this video that he saw. Now, mind you, he's not the only one that saw this video. There's people around the industry that saw this video, okay? So listen to what he has to say, and we're going to break down piece by piece what he's saying. And the reason why he won't just come out and say who it is, he lets us know, is because Pimp C didn't come out and say who it was. So he said it would be wrong for him to do it. But from what this brother Ken is saying, we can dial in and break down exactly who these people is, and it's just what it is, and they know what it is. So once this is out, then they can just speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Because Big Light finna speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out right here, and let's listen to Pimp and Ken, and we're gonna walk it down. Okay, listen what he got to say here.
Show him some music, show him some, show him some stuff, and he showed you a sex tape that would probably break the internet in today's world.
Right.
I know you don't like saying what you saw, what it was.
I give y'all more hint than I ever gave anybody else. Whoever the bitch was, she done fuck several rappers from Houston. Okay,
let's pause that real quick, right? We're gonna walk it down as we come through here. He's telling us that this woman has been knocked off by several rappers in Houston. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Because see, the people in Houston know that this particular individual has been ran through. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing strange about it. It's just this is what happens in the industry. You know, so when y'all go after these industry women, they've already been degraded and gone through all type of humiliation, you know what I'm saying, of what the industry has to offer. It's no different from the streets. It's just the guys are playing with more money than the people at the bottom of the barrel, right? So listen to what Pimp and Ken got to say, right? Because he gonna just tell us without telling us what it is, right?
That right there. Second of all, whoever she is, when she was getting banged, she liked to scream a lot.
Whoa. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? And she was screaming a lot. You know, she was in
scream or sing. What would you say?
Like, oh, fuck the shit out of me. You know.
Whoa.
So it was like, you know, she fucked like she sing, and she's a
man. Listen, let me stop Pimp and Ken right here and help y'all out with something. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody that's checking in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all know I've been in jail. I ain't in the algorithm, so y'all got to put me back in the algorithm, man. Y'all got to share this thing, but we got to talk about this thing. Because when I did the giveaway, right, the people were asking, what are my thoughts on Beyonce? You know, because, you know, the word out there is that, you know, she's been acting kind of strange and looked like she on drugs and all of this other stuff. But you guys got to understand is that this tape is out there and people have this tape. And we're going to talk more about this tape and why it's so critical. You know what I'm saying? But family, it's off the chain. You know what I'm saying? It's off the chain. Listen to Pimp and Ken now.
She's a big time R&B bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of big time R&B bitches back then. You know, I ain't gonna call them bitches, women. You know, you had Mary J. Blige, you had Beyonce, you had Jennifer Lopez. It was a lot of, you know.
Now let's stop right there. What Pimp and Ken trying to do is try to throw some names in the hat. But the thing about all of these people, Mary J. Blige, J-Lo and all these people, they're not from Houston. And they was not getting ran through by all these rappers in Houston, is what one's got to understand. So we know out of all of them, the person that come from Houston is Beyonce. Okay. And they said that this is what was going on. But this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? When you coming into the industry, you're gonna crack them legs. This is the only way you getting in. They ain't trying to hear that. Oh, I can sing, I can do this and that. Hey, listen, man. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. People should be able to just, if they talented, but hey, this is what it is. When people want in this industry so bad, this is the route. Nobody is getting any is taking any other routes than the route that's been set up for most of these women that's coming in. And the women that don't come, I mean, that don't play ball, they get blackballed. Listen to what Maya had to say. Listen to what Maya had to say about her career. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't just getting to the top just because they cold like that. Yeah, they could probably sing, but they doing some more other singing. And we just heard from Pimp and Ken that
you know, people that was successful back then. So what I'm saying to you, you could just look at, you know, anybody that didn't fuck this bitch before, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know that she liked to scream and make a lot of noise, and y'all know who I'm talking about. Anybody that, you know, that's in Houston that knew was a bitch going around Houston fucking a lot of rappers and shit, then you know who I'm talking about. But because Pimp C never told y'all I would be out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why he's not going to say the name, because Pimp C didn't say it, but he's giving us enough information to connect the dots. Now, this right here, what he's getting ready to say, this is how we know that it's Jay Prince. Okay? This is how we know. Listen what he get ready to say.
Who it is. Now, the dude that she was fucking, he was a multi-millionaire. We all know him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a mogul. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and for the record, it's not Jay-Z. I just leave it at that.
So look, so right there, he's telling us that it's not Jay-Z. So what you guys got to understand is when we go back into time around that, what was it, 2003, 2004, who was big around that? Yeah, there was rappers and stuff out. But you talking rap mogul from Houston, that's Jay Prince, man. Come on, man. That's Jay Prince. That's Jay Prince. See, Pimp C he recorded the video. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the one in there, you know what I'm saying? Even though they said that Pimp C was, you know, was messing around with her, knocked her, whatever the case may be, but it wasn't Pimp C. Pimp C was recording. You see what I'm saying? And y'all got to remember, at that time, Beyonce wasn't famous like that. Like, she was coming up, but she wasn't like how she is today. So do y'all understand how the value of that tape continued to rise and rise and rise? Because now it's like, this is Beyonce. This is an international star. Okay? See what Pimp and Ken got left to say on here, and then we're going to really walk it down.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Let me ask you this, because, you know, you've seen what happened with what's her name? What's Ray J's chick's name?
Fair use.
Yeah, damn, I threw Ray J. Kim Kardashian. You seen what happened with that? And again, if Chad was alive today, and let's say that was a thing, how explosive would that video be, you feel, in today's time?
The video that Pimp C had?
Yes.
Man, shit. Hey, man, this woman here is 10 times more famous than Kim. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, it'd be a lot of simping going on. There's a lot of niggas who think they all clever be really hurt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they'd be really hurt about to know that, you know, what they call a wife ain't nothing but a
stop right there. And he's talking about Jay-Z. But to think that your wife is all that. Okay, so y'all listen, y'all go watch that video in real life. We got everything we need to go ahead, dissect, bust this thing down, and get to it. Now, what's going on here, right? And this is why y'all gotta peep the play. Remember when all this stuff was going on with Megan Thee Stallion and, you know, the Jay-Z and all of that stuff? See, Jay Prince is got that trophy. Okay, they got that tape from Pimp C, but Pimp C probably had other copies of that tape. Okay, and this is one of the reasons why Pimp C is no longer here no more, is what ones are saying. Okay, now what you guys got to understand is that whenever anything is going on with these two people, this is the bargaining chip. Okay, this is the bargaining chip, and you got to understand, with people like Jay Prince, this is the stuff that's behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got Beyonce, but nigga, you see this tape right here? I been had that, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like a dog, you know what I mean? Like this what men do. This is like, you know what I mean? So you done wifed her, you know what I'm saying? But I got the tape. Like, this is I didn't have that, you know what I'm saying? So you know Jay Prince gonna flex his muscle. So anytime there's any type of issues with Jay-Z, He gonna hold up that tape. You wife this woman, and she ain't nothing but a hoe. She was getting ran through down there, and you know what I'm saying? So y'all keep saying why, but why Beyonce looking? This is why. They get that tape out. Now you got to think somebody like Jay-Z, and I feel your hoe. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all got to understand, probably Jay-Z probably was just like, it's a hustle. It's a move for him. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, yeah, Jay-Z was hot. We ain't taking that from him, but he get even more hotter because he with Jay-Z. So he gonna take that clout. He gonna do what he need to do. But at the end of the day, shit, he know what it is. You don't think that the industry talk? Then you don't think they don't talk like, hey man, you know they got a tape with woo woo woo. You don't think he don't know nothing about that? He know about that tape, man. And so when people keep saying this divorce and all this stuff that's coming up, it could be. What you gonna do? At some point, you're gonna have to get off that ship because what you gonna say? Now, don't get me wrong, people change, but you know what I'm saying? And we can understand that that was in her youth, but shit, that's been recorded. Like people done saw that tape. It's still damaging. Like, even though it was when she was when she was young. And then listen, Ken saw the tape. He said, man, she working that thing just like she's singing. Come on, Jay, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you gotta be a dog, man. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be the ones. It's always, see, opposites, like they say, attract. It always be the ones y'all think the good girls that be, them be the ones. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about this, man? Let me get in the comment section, man. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Y'all check in, man. Let me know where y'all checking in from. What y'all think about this, man? This is Beyonce and Jay Prince on that tape. This is what he's talking about because, yeah, there's other rappers. Now, don't get me wrong. The other rappers in Houston, they was tapping that too. He told you that. You know, but I mean, it would be silly for us to think that Jay-Z is the only person that this woman been with. She's got a past, a life before Jay-Z. This is her past. You know what I'm saying? It's just she's been able to hide under that good girl cover. They've been able to keep it on wraps for so long. But see, among men, they discuss this stuff. It's chatter. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than today. If you go out here, and my sisters, y'all gotta understand this. I gotta keep it a sleeve with y'all. A woman can be a hoe. If she bad and niggas is still gonna sleep with her. It does not matter if she's a hoe. They're gonna bust that thing down. But what dudes are not gonna do is they're not gonna claim it. It's like the hot potato, you know, like what is it? The musical cheers, the music go, you keep moving, and then whoever, when the music stop, whoever get caught, that's the person that's gonna be the fool. So they looking at like, you wifed her, whatever the case may be, but man, come on, man, down here, that's we. You know what I'm saying? Ran all through that thing. But the thing about it is, let me see here. Why Dress says the rumors are old, now they back. Well, it ain't no rumor. I don't think it's not a rumor because the boy Ken said he saw that tape. Excuse me. He's not gonna say, excuse me, who it is on the tape. He told you why he's not gonna say the names because, you know what I'm saying? And then listen, hold on, man. Listen, family, let me help y'all out. This is how we pay attention to detail over here. Ain't that right? Look, check this out, right? Let's bag up because y'all missed it, right? This ain't no rumor. This ain't no rumor. Listen to what he said, right?
Feel in today's time.
Listen.
Today's chick's name.
Listen.
You know, you've seen what happened with what's her name? What's Ray J's chick's name?
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, damn, I threw Ray J. Kim Kardashian. You seen what happened with that?
See, hold on.
The rappers and shit, then you know who I'm talking about. And y'all know that she like to scream and make a lot of noise, then y'all know who I'm talking about. Anybody that, you know, that's in Houston that knew it was a bitch going around Houston fucking a lot of rappers and shit, then you know who I'm talking about. But because Pimp C never told y'all I would be out of pocket. You
Listen what he get ready to say.
Say who it is. Now the dude that she was fucking, he was a multi-millionaire. We all know him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a mogul. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and for the record, it's not Jay-Z.
Stop right there. He was a rap mogul and he was not Jay-Z. First off, y'all remember in school, right? they teach you these different equations in math. They'll give you a number at the end, 12, and then they'll give you a number like 4, and then they'll leave a blank spot there. And they're like, well, what number is that? First off, he let us know that this mogul was from Houston. And he told us that it wasn't Jay-Z. So if he said it's not Jay-Z, that means that he's speaking about Beyonce. If it's not Jay-Z, I'll give y'all a hint. It's not Jay-Z, meaning that he's talking about Beyonce. And this mogul that was tapping her was not Jay-Z, but rather who was the only person, the big mogul in Memphis? I mean, not in Memphis, but in Houston at the time. Jay Prince. Jay Prince got that footage. And anytime Jay-Z, he gonna hold that bad boy up. Hey, listen, man. Need you to tighten up now. This is worth. Listen, do y'all understand how much that sex tape with Beyonce is worth? The higher she goes up, the more that tape, that stock. Listen, man. If Jay Prince unleashed that video, he'll probably make $1 billion. He'll make $1 billion off of that by itself. You know what I'm saying? Set it up for the streams or whatever the case may be. You got to pay a certain amount. Niggas gonna pay that money to see that work. And I mean, it's what it is. We got to keep it a sleeve. We ain't gonna play and it's just this is what it is. They gonna pay to see that tape. Okay. So when Wild Dress says the rumors are old, now they back, that's not no rumor. That man just told us that woman is Beyonce because he said, I'll give y'all, it's not Jay-Z. So why would he say it's not Jay-Z? There's plenty of moguls you know what I'm saying? You had Birdman, you got P, why would he say it's not Jay-Z? Because he's talking about Beyonce. Jay Prince stretched her out in that studio. You know what I'm saying? And she followed the same route. And this is why it looks like she's on drugs. She's losing her mind because she know that if that tape get out, and it's being passed around the industry, they done saw that tape. Come on, fam. You think they ain't? You think they not family? Pimp and Ken saw that tape. You think he the only one that saw that tape? They saw that tape. They saw that tape. They saw that tape, man. Magnificent. The finest says, I think it was a camera inside the studio. Listen, man. Your boy Pimp and Ken, he's told us who it is. It's Beyonce. And the mogul, it ain't nobody else but Jay Prince. This is why Jay Prince getting stuff done. That's why when all that Megan Thee Stallion stuff happened, hey, listen, man, this is how we gonna do this, right? Because if not, I can just go and drop the tape. I can make $1 billion a day. See, Jay Prince got that for a rainy day. He can unleash that whenever. Like, you know, he ain't finna lose no points. He's not losing no points on that. Jay Prince ain't. It's just gonna look bad for Hove. Like, damn, you wife shorty, you got this and that, and see the tape been floating around. In my opinion, now this is what we gotta ask ourselves. Did Jay Prince and them put Beyonce on Hove? Like, cause you gotta understand how the game go. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like and listen, man, this dude is not saying no allegedly. He's telling you what he saw and what he know. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Beyonce ain't just like, come on, man. Now, right here, we're going to talk about this because Magnificent says, so now I'm wondering if Prince hired Buddy to poison Pimp. The Pimp C thing is crazy. We're going to talk about that Pimp C. We're going to talk about that Pimp C, his thing, man, because it's crazy. And they did line Pimp C up, and it's just, man, the whole thing is crazy, man. Like you can't even trust the people that you sleeping with, that you say you love. You can't even trust them today. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust people. You know what I'm saying? Because it get nasty. You know what I'm saying? Judah Prince says, remember she was in that Nas and Genuine video you owe me. That's why on Ether, she had on Nas chain in the video. Man, listen, man, they was man, listen. I know we like that good girl image, but listen, man, that Sasha Fierce came out, man. That man, you see, go watch that video right there that man did on that Pimp and Ken. He was like, man, he said the Beyonce tape. Well, he didn't say the Beyonce tape, but it's the Beyonce tape. Ain't got nothing on the Ray J tape. He say it's mild sauce. Kim Kardashian and Ray J is mild sauce compared to that Beyonce video, man. You see what I'm saying? Melanated Money says, did she do this while she was married to Jay or just his girlfriend at the time? See, y'all got to remember, man, when all this stuff that was going on with the big pimping video and all of that stuff like that, you got to understand Jay-Z was hot. See, so you got to understand how the game go. Like, see, when you coming into the industry, you have these industry chicks that's already ready and available because listen, they don't let them in the game unless they do. If you know what I'm saying, they gotta be dirty, they gotta be shiesty, like you know what I'm saying. So y'all gotta understand that when you coming into the game, you like, oh, I'm this and that. They're putting you in man-made environments. These women are women that's already been hanging around, that know what's going on. They're gonna put them on you. You're gonna go trick all this money with them and do all of this stuff, and they're gonna go back and they're gonna be telling these people what's going on. Come on, man. If that listen, man, if that tape is like Ken said it is, and I believe it is, you don't think Beyonce, women don't forget that. To my ladies that's in the chat, I mean, let's keep it a sleeve here. Yeah, women ain't forgetting a guy that's really digging that thing out. They ain't forgetting that. And I mean, we gotta go there, but we gonna keep it a sleeve on here. Women ain't forgetting that. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, and he threw Jay-Z in there. Jay-Z and he from Houston. So this is how we know that he's talking about Beyonce. And the only other big dog is Jay Prince, which makes sense. This is how Pimp C would have been able to record that. Because at that time, you got to understand what's going on down there. They shaking and moving. They in them come on, man. And then you got to remember that at that time, Beyonce wasn't that big. So it was kind of like you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like it kind of helped her and Jay-Z really. Because I mean, you know, we ain't gonna say Jay-Z wasn't doing his thing. Jay-Z was hot, but it got even hotter. You got Beyonce, you got, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand the people in Houston, they know what it is, man. Okay. Okay. Magnificent says, that will give Mona to Jay to knock off Pimp. Then, well, now from what I'm hearing, right? I'm hearing it was some backdoor stuff with Pimp C about this tape. I heard that Pimp C, and this is all allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's in this video is allegedly for entertainment purposes. I don't know. I can't confirm that. We're just going off what the brother Ken said and just adding logic and paying attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? But he slipped up when he said that when he was speaking about the woman and the guy that she was messing with, he said that it wasn't Jay-Z, meaning that he's speaking about Beyonce. So if it wasn't Jay-Z, it was Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? Now listen to this right here. Q the Don says, I believe it is Prince, but you got to realize she would have been underage. So do y'all understand everything that's going on that's tied with this tape? Yes, Beyonce. But if it's, you know what I'm saying, then you got to understand all this underage and all this stuff that's going on. So even though Jay Prince is going to look good stabbing Beyonce, then it's going to be like, well, damn, how old was Shorty? And what all this stuff get into play? So all around the board, you know what I'm saying? All of these people join together. The Jay Prince Rap a Lot, the Rock, Jay-Z, and all of them, because at the end of the day, this is your wife. Jay Prince really can't, you know what I'm saying? Because like Q the Don, QD said, you know what I'm saying? So all of them are all in the, it's just a, you know what I'm saying? It's a big family affair type thing. He can't really show the tape because, you know, the underage, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. See, we got the people that come through Israelite Talk TV, they understand. They're not just sitting down and listening and just running with narratives. We break this thing down. Detail. Detail. We pay attention to detail. So it's Beyonce and Jay Prince, man. That's what it is. Remember, you owe me video with Nas. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, Melanated Money says, I'm not surprised. She's obviously a super freak. Come on, man. And you know, she an R&B chick. So you know, like, y'all know how that thing go. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. The tape is a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna cut going and coming. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? So they pretty much all locked in, but you got to remember the industry know what's going on. So when they at these events and they out and stuff like that, like people know, like, man, like, come on, man. And I mean, as men, and I'm just speaking from a man's perspective, y'all know how this go. Ain't nobody trying to claim no, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You'll claim and say, oh, this one of my little side pieces, this, but this the wife? The wife? Mm-mm. That's crazy, man. Yeah, right there. That's exactly what it is. Mm-mm. Man, this is crazy, man. What y'all think though, man? I mean, it's just this is what it is, man. We heard what the man said. You know what I'm saying? Let's put ears on that again, right? He let you know who that mogul was. That mogul.
Mogul, you know what I'm saying? Multi-millionaire. We all know him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a mogul. You know what I'm saying? Me and for the record, it's not Jay-Z. I just leave it at
Right.
that.
So right there, when he said at this moment that she was that he was messing with was not Jay-Z, meaning that he talking about Beyonce. It's simple. And he saw the tape. He saw the tape. This ain't no, I think this is I saw the tape and this is what he saw. And I don't got Ken lying. And he, like he said, I'm not going to come and say who it, you know what I'm saying, say the names because I can't, but he gave you he gave you all the glues for you to connect. See, blues clues. He gave you all the blues clues and we connecting the dots over here because why? We ain't loafing around, man. Now $1 Million Mind says, so could they be using the tape as leverage for takeoff murder? We're gonna talk about that, right? Because there was some things that was revealed in regards to takeoff murder and the things that's going down with Jay Prince. I got family. Listen what I'm saying, right? I got this thing that I'm getting ready to do that I'm doing on Death Row, right? All of these people were tied in, you know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna understand, you know, and this is why I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to do the Pimp C thing because I got to do the Death Row thing first. And you guys got to understand what's going on in that case. You know what I'm saying? With the Death Row and all of this stuff and how all of these people, even Jay Prince, all of these people are tied in. You know what I'm saying? But this is how Jay Prince moved, man. This is how when people say because people can be this is how you get extorted. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling. They probably paid some money for that. Like family, listen what I'm telling you. Y'all keep saying why Beyonce looking crazy. They probably being extorted. You don't family. You don't think the extortion gang? Hey, listen, man. We gonna put this out, but if y'all don't want this to come out, this is what we need. This is extortion. Like family, think about that. That would end Beyonce career. That video being released would end her career. Why? Because the look of her being this R&P, this good girl, the family and all this and that, if that came out, and I'm not saying like, you know, I mean like we know what happens with these girls in their youth. It's not just, and Beyonce is not the only one. It's all of the women. They want the rappers, the entertainers, this and that, but they got to do all of this stuff if they want to get out, if they want to ride. They not just doing any deals and we gonna give you a deal for this and do this and that. It don't work like that. Everybody got to when you get on that slave ship, it's a process, and this is just what's going on. So if the people that's been supporting Beyonce and this stuff got out, it would ruin her image. Yes, she's paid and she got this and that, but it's just not gonna look. You know what I'm saying? She not gonna be able to maneuver like what's her name? The Kardashian. She ain't gonna be able to maneuver like that because she not white. She's not white, so she's not gonna be able to maneuver like that. She's going under that bus. And they gon' listen. The same people that build you up, it's the same people that destroy you. Those people are gonna talk. Oh, she's supposed to be this and that, and she what? Oh man, it'll be the end of her career. hmm It'll be the end of her career. Now, Magnificent said, I believe Jay-Z career will come to an end soon after things come to light. Yeah, they all get their day, man. See, the problem with these entertainers is that they always cut the hard line to their people. See, when you cut the hard line to the people can't support you or back you up because they're gonna always put you into the Illuminati and all of this stuff that's going on, like they doing Diddy. Like you not, you know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z gonna have his day too. All of them get their day, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just whenever they can't work for the machine no more, then they get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, family. This pretty much is what's going on. Uh so yeah, man. Man, let me know where y'all checking in at. What y'all think about this little case, man? I ain't gonna say case, but about this video, because it exists. So when the people were asking me, hey, Big Light, what do you think about, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Beyonce probably on all type of stuff, man. Cause you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Listen, that tape is out there. And somebody probably being extorted. Ash says, I think her career would go better if it came out and all her fans. Well, it's a possibility it could, but I think the only thing with the Beyonce thing is that if the video came out, then she just pretty much gonna be, she's just gonna be like she's gonna be a high class she's gonna be a high class the Sukihanas and the sexy red. She would just be a high, but she would have that same image. Like, hey, she just, you know what I mean? They're not gonna be don't get me wrong. There's guys that would marry her. Shit, I would marry Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna front yet, but it's just what it is. Like, you know what I mean? But in the industry where people have money, they look at it different. It's no different than the streets. When you got money, it's all about who had what, who's what. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the biggest, the big dog, but then you got, you know what I'm saying? There's been like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. $1 million mindset extortion. This definitely explains how Jay Prince has managed to maintain his reign of power. Bay Area in the building, man. Shout out to the Bay, man. Shout out to the Bay Area. You're absolutely right, man. Absolutely right, man. And you got to remember that, see, Jay Prince come from that old school. You know what I'm saying? This is what this is what they do on the West Coast. Y'all wait till I talk about Death Row, because a lot of people don't understand that, see, gangster rap, a lot of this stuff, that's West Coast work. That started on the West Coast. So they already was into murder, mob, and extortion, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? And this is why people got to understand what's going on. And Jay Prince come from that line. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be crazy. Now, Big Pink said, listen, Big Pink said, so if true and she was underage, then any and everyone alive who was recording, dodging, and viewing involved in the pedo act, that'd be crazy to think. But yeah, see, that's what's going on. So y'all gotta understand this equation here, right? Yes, Jay Prince is gonna get the kudos because that's Beyonce. But what it all boiled down to is what ones were saying was that Pimp C should have never recorded that, right? Because it gets into all of this. See, even Pimp C would have been involved in you know what I'm saying, even if lawsuits and things came out because of the underage. Now, I don't know in Houston what the statute of limitations and all of that stuff is on that type of stuff, but excuse me, do you understand why Pimp C has to get out of the equation? Okay, Jay Prince ain't gonna tell on himself. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna tell on yourself. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know what I'm saying, Beyonce and Jay-Z don't want the thing to come out because then it just looked like you married a hoe. You did all of this and you know what I'm saying, kind of going back to what Nas was saying about the Foxy Brown and all of that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you like, and we men, we know how it go. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for you to marry that woman, you know what I'm saying? That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's, with Jay-Z and Jay Prince, they locked in. They got, you know what I'm saying? It's there. Like I can't report and you don't, because it's just gonna look bad. People can talk all the rumors all they want, but if ain't no tape emerging, then it's just whatever, it's just chatter. But Pip and Ken saw that video and he identified that it was Beyonce because he said, but look at all the other people that he mentioned, the J Lo's, the Mary J. Blige's, and all, none of them mess with Jay-Z. So why would he say and it's not Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And then that's why he said if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, let me play a little bit more of this, man. Because Pimp and Ken ain't playing. Listen to what he said on here.
Leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Leave it at that. Let me ask you this, because you know you've seen what happened with what's her name? What's Ray J's chick's name?
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, damn, I could do Ray J. Kim Kardashian. You seen what happened with that? And again, if Chad was alive today, and let's say that was a thing, how explosive would that video be? You feel in today's time?
The video that Pimp C had?
Yes.
Man, shit. Hey, man, this woman here is 10 times more famous than Kim. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, it'd be a lot of simping going on because a lot of niggas who think they all clever be really hurt.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they'd be really hurt about to know that, you know, what they call a wife ain't nothing but a thought, that hoe over there.
See what I'm saying? So that he let you know who he talking about. He's talking about Jay-Z. He was like, man, you know, he think they clever and stuff like that. But the woman that you trying to wife and feeling like this and that, she ain't nothing but a thought. And it's on tape. And that tape done played. People done saw that tape. So he talking about Jay-Z. Okay. Ox says, I agree. It will ruin Beyonce because of the family-friendly life she's beginning to portray in her older age and her children and the new angle of country music. Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Now, Capri, I have to agree. This is seriously the year of exposure. This is what's going on. This is what it is. Everything is coming to the light, family. Don't y'all understand what's going on? Look at all of the murders and stuff that's being solved. Okay. The people are speaking on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting to the point now where people got to either keep the street rules or they going to jail. You can't talk on the stuff you got going on. Like, people want the clout, but it's getting to the point now where it's just what it is. All of this stuff is coming out. Pimp and Ken is making his rounds through the circuit and he letting you know what it is. You can't get away from this. It's just what it is. You know, and I understand this is something that happened in the youth, but it's just the price of fame. Beyonce is not exempt. Had she went the Maya route, she probably wouldn't be as famous, as big as she is today. Go listen to what Maya said, how they blackballed her after that. She got blackballed. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and not only was Maya cute, but you know, she did her thing. We ain't gonna act like she wasn't talented. But it's not about the talent. You got to understand that. This is why, like, people can go out you can go out to Hollywood right now. You can act, be good as all of this other stuff. But if you're not indulging with all of this stuff that's going on, it's over with for you. Now the rappers and stuff, they kind of follow a similar pattern, but it's not as wild as the Hollywood stuff is. When they get in and they're able to break these rappers, then they convert them into the Hollywood stuff. So this is why you see a lot of these rappers are able, but a lot of times they already got the dirt on them also. See, because the street rappers that's coming in, y'all got to understand what's going on today. They want the real street rappers that's going to speak about this stuff that they done. And now they already got them. They can unleash the Ricos and all of this other stuff because you done already told them everything that they need to know. So they got all of these rappers already. They do the same thing in Hollywood. You either gotta, if you're a woman, you gotta be degraded. You gotta sleep with all of these people and do all of this stuff. If you're a man, they're gonna feminize you. They're gonna do a lot of this stuff in Hollywood, or you're not gonna get on. You know what I'm saying? It's the same, the gatekeepers, because they gotta have dirt on you. When you get to a point in your career where you like, I'm this and that, they're gonna hold that tape up and say, you remember this? You remember when you first got famous and you was here at this party and this happened and that happened? Well, we got the tape for that. QD says, no, this will be a whole new market for underage awareness. Um, y'all off the chain. We know she can portray whatever she want, but even Blue know her mama. Oh boy, y'all ain't playing. Mm, man. Yeah, well, I think that now, and this is another thing, like Melanated Money says, we live in a whole society and we cheer our whole culture. You guys got to understand, right? And we'll talk more about this at another time. But what people got to understand is that the American way of life that we've been taught is not the real. It's not really where we as Israelites. And I'm speaking about those that are descendant of slaves. That's not our culture. That's not our culture. Okay. This is why when you look in the Bible, the men had multiple women, had multiple concubines, they had multiple wives, multiple side pieces. It's whatever you could afford. Horn was going on back then in the Bible time, and it's still going. It's not going to never change because when women make bad decisions and there's no oversight, and she has children, those children got to get took care of. The man can do whatever he want to do. He can take care of or not take care of them. His job is to take care of them. But y'all know how this stuff go. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. So what you gonna do? You still got to take care of the kids, the woman. So this is what happened. It's the oldest. It's been going on since biblical times. But see, people don't understand that because most women today, they just want to be baby mamas. They don't want to be wives and all this other stuff. The parents looked over the children, made sure that when the women entered into relationships, that the family approved of that. You know what I'm saying? A real man that get up, he not finna be like, I'm gonna let you go marry this and that. This is why a lot of time the women just mess with the guys and they bring them home and like, this is what it is. Because a real man is not gonna approve of that. You know what I'm saying? So this is just what's going on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always been like that. The more women you got, you always for men. Women can disagree or look however you, but when it's just whenever you're in the animal kingdom, who the dominant guy is gonna get the skirt. You get the skirt. These are trophies. You get to have it, you know what I'm saying? You the man. This is one of the rewards for that. You could take care of the women, this and that. Why do you think that dudes will have side pieces and they will have them put up in different places and taking care and doing all this other stuff? Because that's what they supposed to do. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Beyonce, man, is man, y'all off the chain. Damn, I knew she was nasty. Yeah, man. She told you she got that other side, man. She got that Sasha Fierce. When Sasha Fierce kick in, boy, hey, hey. Yep, Cat predicted that 2024 would be the year of exposure, man. And it's just at the end of the day, like I said, it's no longer rumors and cap now. It's because that man saw that tape and he told you what was on that tape, and he told you who the woman was without saying who it was. He told us. You know what I'm saying? And we know that the mogul at that time is none other than Jay Prince. Okay. So Jay Prince, and Jay Prince ain't the only one. He said there was other rappers, but you gotta remember though, when you somebody a Jay Prince nature, the big dog around here. I see y'all down there, you know what I'm saying, running through twos and few. Hey, I want a piece of that thing too. It's just how this is how they game go. We just got to speak on it, man. You know, ain't no more trying to cover things up and make things. That's the problem. People are in fantasy land, and I don't do fantasy land. We gonna call it exactly how it is, man. You know, so and this is why this is what they said. Pimp C should have never recorded the video. You know what I'm saying? Because even though at that time it's like, yeah, but now as that woman continue to go up, and then you start to look at things from different perspectives, then that tape is a problem. And it's believed that Pimp C had copies of that tape. Okay. That Jay Prince and them did not get that tape. Now, this is what's being alleged and what I'm hearing through the grapevine. You know what I'm saying? That there's other copies of that tape. See, And they had to get that tape from Pimp C, allegedly. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying what's being told. So it's being rumored that after that tape got coughed up and whoop, and people felt like, okay, but see, if I'm Pimp C, I keep a copy of the tape because that's showing showings. You don't turn that, you don't turn that over. You see what I'm saying? You don't turn that over. That's because that's your ace in the hole. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's being alleged that, this is what it is. Now, Miss Powell said this is old news. I don't think it's old news. I think it's new news and it's breaking news because people have been talking about this tape, but people were saying that it was Pimp C and Beyonce. Okay. I'm telling you, it was not no Pimp C and Beyonce, that it was Beyonce and Jay Prince because Pimp C was the one recording the video. Okay. He recorded the video. He wasn't in the video, okay? Even though it's being rumored that he used to date Beyonce and was tapping her also. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't that's not no old news. That's new news. And we got confirmation from Ken because he told us who the woman was without saying who it was. And he saw the tape. So this ain't no allegedly, and they say it's a tape out there. This is I saw the tape. Okay, like Ox said, people were saying it was either Pimp C or Master P. See what I'm saying? But no. And we already know if it was Pimp C, if it was Master P, come on, man. P would have, man, come on. P would have cashed out on that. Pimp, because you got to understand, Master P, he independent. So it ain't like he finna, like, you know what I'm saying? He would have, come on, man. He know about the tape. He didn't probably saw the tape, but it would, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Pimp, Pimp, hey, what Pimp say, man? He saw the tape. Let me get that back for you. And like I said, he said some more stuff on there. Now listen what Ash. Oh man, y'all off the chain this morning. It's also freakier since there was a cameraman versus just homemade. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Let's get an air horn on that because that's exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And listen what I'm saying. Like I said, P would be rich off of it. He would have sold it to Jay-Z for half. I'm telling you. And ain't no telling how much they extort that she's being extorted for. You got to know and understand that if y'all think Jay Prince and he has that tape, you don't think there's you don't think there's extortion that's going on? I got the tape. This is what I need right here. You know what I'm saying? Or the tape coming out. They know he know how much money that tape is gonna make, and it's gonna be worth even more the older she get. It's like wine, it's like fine wine. The more it is, because people want to see this stuff. Man, like Kareem said, she was getting ran before her success, just like any other chick. This is real life. This is just how it go, man. See, listen, I'm gonna tell you something right here. Look, check this out right here. It's Poker, not Pity Pat said someone very close to Pimp from PA said it was Pimp and Bun B. This what y'all gotta understand. That's not finna be no headways. That'll just be like, oh yeah, she had, you know what I'm saying? But excuse me, but he said it's a rap mogul. They wasn't like they were the underground kings and do it, but they wasn't mogul status. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't mogul. Nah, I disagree with you, Poker, not Pity. Pimp and Bay, it's not. He told you. He told let me help you out, man. Let me get Pimp and Ken because you might sound like you just pulled up to the show. Let me help you out with what Pimp and Ken had to say in regards to this moment, man.
You know who I'm talking about.
Listen.
Anybody that, you know what I'm saying, and people that was successful back then. You had Mary.
Listen.
She's it was like, You know, she fuck like she sing, and she's a big time R&B bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of big time R&B bitches back then. You know, I ain't gonna call them bitches, women. You know, you had Mary J. Blige, you had Beyonce, you had Jennifer Lopez. It was a lot of people that was successful back then. So what I'm saying to you, you could just look at.
So look what he did. He threw all the other names in the hat to throw us off, but there's key elements. She was in Houston, hit all these rappers in Houston. Mary J. Blige ain't from Houston. J-Lo ain't, none of these, they ain't from Houston. The only one that's big, and he already told us that it's 10 times bigger, is Beyonce. This is what y'all got to understand. This is who he talking about.
Get, anybody that didn't fuck this bitch before, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know that she liked to scream and make a lot of noise, then y'all know who I'm talking about. Anybody that, that's in Houston that knew it was a bitch going around Houston fucking a lot of rappers and shit, then you know who I'm talking about.
So once again, though, family, this is what y'all got to understand. He's taking us all the way back to around, what was that, 2003, 1? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand the people at that time period, how big they was. Yeah, they might have been big stars and stuff like that, but Mary J. Blige, them ain't down in Houston hitting all these rappers and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This is easy though. This is easy math, easy calculations. You know what I'm saying? It's easy with it. Now listen what he's saying. He telling us.
But because Pimp C never told y'all I would be out of pocket, you know what I'm saying, to say who it is. Now the dude that she was fucking, he was a multi-millionaire. We all know him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a mogul. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and for the record, it's not Jay-Z.
So right there, why would he say it's Jay-Z if he's speaking about all these rappers in Houston and this mogul, but then he's saying it's not Jay-Z, meaning he talking about Beyonce and he saw the tape. He just saying, I can't tell y'all because Pimp C never spoke on it and said it, so I would do a disservice to come out and say this is what it is, but he told y'all, I'm going to give y'all more than I ever gave on this situation. It's Jay Prince and Beyonce. Bump beating on what no, y'all gotta understand. The music might have been hard. They wasn't no multi-millionaires then. You see what I'm saying? Multi-moguls and that's not them. That's Jay Prince. That's who that is. Now they probably stretched her, but that's not who's on that video. And he just told you it wasn't Jay-Z, meaning he was speaking about Beyonce. And the man that she was messing with was Jay Prince. He's the only tycoon down there around that time. That's Rap a Lot. That's the big homie Jay Prince. Come on, man. It ain't. Come on. It's just what it is. So Poker, not Pity Pat. I don't know if you follow this channel, but you need to lock in. Like we pay attention to detail out here. That man talking about Beyonce, man. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. Now, if y'all gonna read something else from that and want to say that, hey, and want to play like y'all boo-boo the fool, then hey, be my guest. But y'all not gonna do that over on Israelite Talk TV. We break down detail and we do the math. The calculations is simple. You know what I'm saying? See, right here, like Melanator said, yeah, Mary was in NYC, right? That's New York work. That woman wanted, she might, now don't get me wrong, they, Jay Prince or somebody might, they big dogs. So yeah, they can, you know what I'm saying? But she wasn't running around down there just trying to get that. Because I mean, at that time, Mary J. Blige was already established as far as, R&B singing, whatever the case may be and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And we know J-Lo wasn't down there running around and running through the, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you got to remember at that time, she was messing with Diddy and all of that stuff happened. So she would have been messing with somebody like a Jay Prince or something, but she wasn't just running around messing with all these, like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. This is why if you ever see them in Hollywood, they go get the nobodies. They go get the dude that's cutting the grass, the swimming pool guy, because they're not relevant. Like, you know what I'm saying? If so, I got caught, she's with the pool guy. So what? It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? So now Poker is to say, so I think it was Master P on the video pimping. Man, come on, man. Y'all just, man, you in the way, man. Y'all in the way, man. Capri says, and back then he had a lot of artists on Rap a Lot, so he was definitely the top dog mogul. Come on, man. They ain't getting around that, man. Yeah. So, family, we just put it together, man. It's what it is. If anybody is telling y'all anything else other than what we just broke down, this is what it is. Pimp and Ken not gonna come out and say the name. We gonna call the names, and we gonna make it make sense. Okay. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no I heard. I saw. I saw. He ain't said no allegedly, no, I saw. I know it exists. You know what I'm saying? And this is what people gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? And she already told you that she goes Sasha Fierce. That's her alter ego. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is, fam. So on another note, this is what I want you guys to understand. We're going to be going live. I believe it's the next live, unless something that's breaking news coming. We got to go. I got to, because this is what I was going to do when they shut me down. I got this thing on the Tupac case. Vlad TV ain't solved none. I got some smoking hot new information that's gonna blow y'all mind. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hey, hit that like button. We got over 140 some people in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Put me back in the algorithms. Get this video out there. And continue to let me know what y'all think on this, because I mean, at the end of the day, there's it's a lot of stuff surrounding this tape. This would mean that well, it depends on when the tape was recorded. You know what I'm saying? Which the tape would have had to been recorded before her and Jay-Z got together, or around the time they was messing around, or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta just remember, like, because matter of fact, let me Google. Let me do something real quick. Let me see Destiny Child. Let me see what Destiny Child. Destiny Child. When did Destiny Child come out? I'm gonna do it just like this. So listen, they got them the years active. They got them from 1990 years active, 1990 to 2006. Let me see. In 2000, both Robert and Logan were replaced with William a few months after the trio. See, so they had the what 2000, and then they had what 2001. Hold on, let me see how old is Beyonce. Y'all got me cracking numbers now. Okay, so let me see. 80, she was born in 81. Born in 81. So we talking, so in 2000, she would only been what, 19? They got her from 1997. She was active in 1997, which would have been, that would have mean she'd have been what? Y'all help me out. Let's see. 91, 91, 91. She would only been 16. So she started when she was 16. Whoa. And so y'all gotta understand that the bust down, she would have been doing that before they kind of was like really, really on, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, fam. It's a mystery in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Y'all got me. Hold on. When did Jay Z and Beyonce? I'm gonna tell you something else, right? Because you know what they were saying? Now, this is something else that I saw. They were saying that when Jay-Z and Beyonce first start messing around, that she was underage, and that they was just like, what was it? Because I think I got that. I think I got that screen recorded where I saw that, where they said that they were just talking and stuff like that, and was like, she wanted to holler at Jay-Z or something like that because she was underage, that they ain't messing around or something like that. See, it says Beyonce told 17 that she met Jay-Z when she was 18, but they began dating about a year after. So in 2000. So what I'm saying, family, she Now this is crazy, right? This is gonna be crazy right here. So that means that if that woman was underage at the time when this stuff was going on, because she said she met Jay-Z when she was 18. So that would have mean that she probably all of this stuff was going on when she was 16, 17, 18-ish. See, this would have been before Jay, you know what I'm saying? Or was they all indulging in this stuff? Like, yeah, man, woo, woo, woo. And then Jay-Z just fell in love with her and married her. That could have happened too. See, hey, listen, poker is poker, not pity pat. We not finna listen, man. You might as well just go on and retire, whatever you got going on. We not finna do all this. It sound like you one of them people, man. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like we crunching numbers over here. We doing math. It said that Beyonce said she met Jay-Z when she was 18. So this is how y'all got to understand how the grooming go. They already got these women already in place. They already done broke them in and got them already ready. And then, so that's what I'm saying. Did they sick her on Jay-Z? Hey, put her on Jay-Z. Because listen, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? If you got a woman, if you know that this woman is a bust down and you knocking her down, because you got to know how the game go. I'm gonna put y'all on the lick. I'm gonna put you on Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the hottest at that time. Remember how Bum B kept breaking this stuff down, like Pimp C didn't want to work with Jay-Z and all this other stuff. But Bum B kept saying at that time Jay-Z was so big. So this is what they do. They put these women on you. And this is what happened with Jay-Z. They put Beyonce on them, but you got to remember that they're going to always be loyal to, you know what I'm saying, the people that's working that Mo Control. I'm telling what Beyonce be telling Jay Prince and stuff what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, if it like, come on, man. Like, y'all know what it is. So if the woman was underage, then that would have mean all of them was messing around with this underage woman. And this is what goes on in the industry. This is what goes on in the industry. You know what I'm saying? But right. So right here, if she was only 16, 3 years later, she met really 2 years later, because she said that they met when she was 18, but they didn't start dating till she was 19. So she can fudge the numbers and be like, you know, this is what it was. But at the end of the day, this is what it is. Her own mouth, she said she met Jay-Z when she was 18. So you got to remember, when was she 18? When was she 18? We going back to Google, man. Okay, let's crunch some numbers. So that means, family, that 81, 91, 97, 16. So she would have been well, let me see. Damn, hold on. She would have been 16 in 97. 3 more years, she would have been 19. So that means she really met Jay-Z when she in 99. See, 99, 98, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Jay-Z was hot, because you got to remember, you talking volume 3, and then you talking shit. You talking the Dynasty, and then you talking the Blueprint. When the Blueprint come out? Let me see what this Jay-Z Blueprint. Jay-Z Blueprint. Come on, man. Y'all got me crunching numbers now, man. Let me see. The Blueprint. The Blueprint came out. And he released that in 2001. See, after that, it's really over with. It's really over with after the Blueprint. You see what I'm saying? So they started dating when they was 19 and stuff. And then I think it said, I believe it was 2007 or 8. Then he finally married her. I don't know, man. Yes, son says, I think 15 or 16, Foxy Brown. I mean, we crunching the numbers, family. So it like okay, so she'd have been 18 in 99. That's when she said she met Jay-Z, when she was 18 in 99. Jay-Z was hot then. You got to think. I think Volume 3 came out in what? Was like around 99, something like that. I think, because it was that. Then he did the Dynasty, and then he dropped Blueprint after that, I believe. I was 18 in 2000. She was born around 81. Right, exactly. That's when she was born. Okay. She was even dating. See, Beyonce wasn't playing, man. That woman was trying to, she got to the bag. I mean, she the biggest right now. Okay, right here. You won't win. I keep saying H-Town is not the place to raise your kids, especially your daughters. This is my beef for my BM. See what I'm saying? They telling you what it is, man. Like family, like this is what's going on, man. And it's sad. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it, but we got to speak on it, and we just got to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that a woman or anybody should have to go through this just to, if you talented, you talented. But you got to remember, excuse me, if they ain't got no dirt on you, they don't want you in the industry because you're gonna tell all the industry secrets. This is the thing with Cat William. He told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? They want you involved in that stuff that's going on in high school. They got dirt on you. Why do you think the Bill Cosby's, the art, they don't get you when you coming in because they got to make money off of you. But when you don't play ball, oh, y'all know I got that at that tape. Remember when we was at that party back in? You're like, damn, I do remember that. But you thinking this is the life. This is why you gotta watch that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even in the industry, just because you got money and stuff don't mean like, yeah, you can have whatever chick you want. You still gotta watch that. Because they gonna line you up. They gonna line you up down the road and say, hey man, John Doe said that you got raped. It ain't worth it, man. Ash says Jay-Z and R. Kelly had a whole album together back then. Yeah, but I mean, it's just, and that was my thing. Why wouldn't they move away from Puffy? You know what I'm saying? Like, this the thing with the industry, man. Like, how do they sit around these people with all this stuff that's going on? And then the Puffy go to jail, or as soon as he died, people gonna come out and say, man, this dude was doing this. Woo, woo, woo. Why not just, because I mean, if the dude is a predator, man, and people coming into the industry is being preyed on by this guy, man. And he don't care who you is, man, female, whatever. This is a, you know what I'm saying? I got Houston in the building. That's my town. 10, and your daughter's in trouble. See, they ain't playing that stuff down there, man. Right here, $1 Million Mind says they're paying to avoid humiliation rituals. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And see, you know what? This is what they get because you know why? It's like the saying go. It's never fun when the rabbit got the gun. You do this to all the women that's coming in, and because now remember, Maya said that Jay-Z, like, come on, man, y'all heard what the woman said. She said after that Jay-Z, the advances, I ain't trying to, and it's over with after that. So that lets you know that it's not a talent. But see, this is the saying: what goes around comes around. Excuse me, y'all gonna block this woman, and she's talented. Maya was talented, right? Is talented. Y'all gonna block her, blackball her, right? But now the same woman that you blackball and did like that, even though you got the same thing that you was looking for, a bad, you know what I'm saying, woo woo, she's been passed around, and there's videos out of her, you know what I'm saying, getting buzzed down. And from what this man has said, and we've put two and two together, and when we do the calculations, it's Jay Prince. That's the number 4. That's who it was. So at the end of the day, what goes around comes around. This is why y'all say vengeance is mine. Now your wife, the woman that you wifed and put all these kids in there, she, you know what I'm saying? She a freak in the sheets, man. She, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And then the other thing is, and this is just like, and we just got to keep it a sleeve here. A lot of men, unless they simps, is not finna marry them type of women because they know that they can be buzzed down at will if they see something they like. We gonna have, like, listen, we gonna talk about this stuff, right? And I believe this is why in the Bible it tells us that once you mess with a woman and you know she was married and woo woo woo, you don't because a woman, it's not designed for a woman to have multiple partners like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like because it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all know how this stuff go. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sad. It's just sad the way it is. But we just got to speak on it because these are the gatekeepers, and then it comes back to bite them in the tail. Now, you see what I'm saying? So now, right here, see, you see what the problem is, and this is why they're saying Pimp C had to get up out of here, man. One of the reasons. I ain't saying this is the only, but this is one of the reasons. And like I said, that whole Pimp C thing, I don't like it, man. It's messed up how they did Pimp C, man. You know, the wife, and it was just like, man, wait till we talk about that, man. But before we talk about that, I gotta talk about this stuff with Jay Prince in the Death Row thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys gotta understand why Jay Prince has been alive and has survived this long in the game, and how he moved the way he moved. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to know and understand that. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about that murder of Pimp C, man. You know, it's crazy how they did that boy, man. And you just got to, this is why you can't trust people, man. You cannot trust people, man, in this industry because they're going to backdoor you, man. And they're going to have all these women and all these people around you. And when you die, they're going to be gone. And they're not going to speak on this stuff because why? They've been coached already. They've been coached. Look at the stuff what happened down there with Takeoff. All those people was there and all these people supposed to be civilians and nobody said nothing. 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 Okay. So, family, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this live. We back on. They had me in jail. Make sure y'all share this. Get this out there. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no more need to keep protecting these people. It's just what it is. Don't hold these people up in front of us like they like that, and they no different from the girl down the street. They no different. They just got money with it. That's it. So y'all leave y'all thoughts down in the comment section on what y'all believe. Is this Jay Prince that is talking about? Is it Master P? Is it? I feel like it's Jay Prince. He's the mogul at that time. Okay. He's the big dog at this time. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got to remember, all these artists was crying about money that they needed to be paid to them. Scarface, all of them cried about the money. So y'all got to understand, they might have been making millions of dollars, but that was going to the big dog. That's going to Jay Prince. So, you know, even though those guys were hot, this and that don't mean they had the bag like that. They was hot. People know who they is, but you ain't got the bag like that. Shit, Pimp C wife was crying about he had the Bentleys and didn't have the crib and all this other stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Jay Prince was the one that was holding that stuff down at that time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it could have been Master P, but Master P ain't from Houston though. You know what I'm saying? And this one was getting ran through in Houston, and the mogul is in Houston. He already told you. It's just what it is. So that's who I think it is. Y'all let me know who y'all think it is. And I'm signing off here on Israelite Talk TV. Shalom.